Thank you for joining me in Jigsaw Shed. So for this project I decided to take a piece of maple that came from a tree that fell down in 2021 during a storm and turn a little bowl from it. Now I could see from the onset there was going to be some nice character in it with some spalting lines and everything, but this piece did still surprise me. So the initial roughing process was quite slow as I was running it around about 300-400 RPM, just as the piece was so unbalanced and any higher made the workshop shake. So as it gained more balance I was able to start turning the speed up and it just made the turning go quicker then. So with the bark inclusion and some punkiness, I decided to stabilize it with a bit of O3 Adhesive's thin CA glue. So just liberally applying it into the cracks and everywhere, just because I wanted to keep those features as well. So once I'd roughly decided on the shape I wanted for the piece, I then started creating a tenon at a place where there was not too much punkiness, so that obviously the tenon will hold. And then it was on to sanding. Now due to the bark inclusion and the punky areas, so there were some different densities in the wood, and this did cause some tool chatter which caused a few lines, so I did start the sanding at around about 80 grit and worked my way up to 400, and then obviously with it turned around started to hollow out the inside of the bowl. So starting to apply the sanding sealer here just made the piece pop and started showing off the spectacular grain that was in this piece. So my initial sanding didn't get rid of all the marks, only because of the punky areas and the different densities. So the sanding sealer just hardened those areas up and allowed me to sand them back again, and then come back to finish off with some more sanding sealer and then onto the rest of the finishing process. And then using Chestnut Products Nightwear pads, I just de-nipped the piece after the sanding sealer, and then I also used the shavings from the piece just to buff it up a bit as well before I moved on to using Yorkshire Grit. and then finishing it off with a final coat of microcrystalline wax. So obviously applying it, and then I left it for it's a minimum of 20 minutes, but I definitely left it a lot longer on this occasion before I came back to polish it up. So then it was just a question of flipping the bowl around into the coal jaws and tidying up the base of it. So obviously starting with taking away the tenon, I then proceeded on to using the Simon Hope texturing tool to add some detail before applying some finishing products.
Well, thank you for joining me in Jigs's Shed. So there's the final piece. I really loved working with this piece of maple, and there were so many little flaws over this piece that just added to so much of his character, especially like this little crack here that I just filled with O3 adhesives, and then obviously the bark inclusion and some punky bits as well. But yeah, the grain also is really spectacular, especially around this bark inclusion. It's almost got this like a burr effect. I'm not sure how much you can see it on the camera, but I will have some stills up at the end. But yeah, I'm loving this piece, and then obviously just finished it with the Simon Hope mini texturing tool for a bit of extra detail on the base. But yeah, this is going to become a gift for my friend where I got the wood from. So hopefully he likes that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you've not done so yet. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.